Hello friend, my name is Taylor and I have started and am running a successful online business. And in this video, I want to share with you some of the things that I struggled with in the beginning. One of the first things that I really struggled with when I was starting my online business was the whole imposter syndrome thing. When I was just starting out, I was looking out on the internet and on YouTube, and I was seeing all these videos that were getting hundreds of thousands of views from people who were already talking about what I wanted to talk about, and it was disheartening. I remember thinking like, God, how am I ever gonna share anything better than what they're sharing? How am I ever gonna, why should I even bother? They're already doing this. They're already succeeding. People are already paying them. You know, all these thoughts came in my mind. How could I possibly offer anything different? How can I, all of that shit. And it prevented me from moving forward for a long time, for years, honestly. I had success fantasies and I had business fantasies about doing what I've done, and I just didn't do it for years because I had all this imposter syndrome stuff in my head. And if you're in the process of starting your own online business, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. It can be paralyzing, it can be disheartening, it can be discouraging, it can be a whole list of things that suck, that make you not want to move forward. And I'm here to say that just go for it. Just put yourself out there, because you have your own personal voice that people are going to resonate with. Think about it. There's like how many tens of thousands of yoga teachers out there, and still there's thousands of yoga teachers with full classes. I mean, before COVID, obviously. There's tons of massage therapists out there. There's tons of lawyers out there. Just as in the same way, there could be many people who want to offer what it is that you're offering who probably already offer it. And if that's true, then that's a good sign that people are looking for this thing. And that's a good sign that you could be successful, because there are people out there offering this and there are people paying for it. So that's good news, That's one way to think about it. And it's possible. You just have to be consistent with your effort. You just have to commit to yourself and give yourself success as the only option. Like, if you really want to do it, success has to be your only option, and you just have to go all into this shit. And I'm not saying quit your job, because it's helpful to have a buffer, but I'm saying do the most of what you can in a healthy and balanced way, and that's what it's going to take. In the beginning, I struggled a lot with feelings of, in some ways, loneliness and not as much social connection, because I cut back on all the things that I was doing socially so I could put more energy into my business, into creating the things that I wanted to create: blog posts, YouTube videos, online courses, all this stuff. And I received feedback from some people that were friends, like, Taylor, where are you? We miss you, why aren't you coming to these things? Why didn't you come to my gathering? Why didn't you come to my party? Why didn't you do this thing? And it was that was challenging, because I have in the past really struggled with FOMO, which is the fear of missing out. And starting this online business, it pulled at those things. But I remember watching different people's videos and reading articles, from people who are saying, if you really want to do this, you have to commit to yourself, and this has to take priority. And this means sometimes you don't go out to that potluck. This means sometimes you don't go to that party. Sometimes you don't do this thing. And so I really prioritized my own life and my own vision, and did things to lift myself up. I did yoga. I did exercise regularly. I ate well. I tried to get a lot of really good sleep, so I could be at the top of my game. And I know that sounds simple, but it's so important. It's so important, and it's easily overlooked, and it's easily forgotten about when you're in the beginning stages of a business. And one of the other things that I struggled with in the beginning was I tried to do everything, which was a huge mistake. I tried to do Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest and YouTube and blog articles, and that's way too much stuff. That's way too much. I really should have just focused on two things. Also a website, I focused on that too. I should have focused on just two things and done two things really well instead of 5 things poorly. If I had done that from the beginning, I would be in a different place than I am now. I'm still really happy where I am now, and I had to go through that learning process, but that was a huge thing for me. And in the description of this video, I'll share a few different things of what I've decided on. And in my next video, I'm going to talk about what you should be putting your energy into between YouTube and Instagram. Because there's a lot of people out there who are like, oh, Instagram's the answer, and I got to post every day on Instagram, and I got to make stories, and I have to do this and that. And there's another option that's going to have much greater returns on your investment. Surprise, it's YouTube, but I'm going to go into all those details in the next video. And I really encourage you to like hone it down and just do a couple things. And what else? If this is helpful for you, or if you want to learn more about my journey and learn some of the things that were really helpful for me, and hear what I've learned from my business coaches and from a lot of the business programs that I've purchased, and subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and please leave a comment below letting me know stuff that you're interested in, because this, I want to be helpful for you. The liberation that comes from being able to create a business that lives online, that positively impacts people's lives, that also affords me the opportunity to buy food and put a roof over my head and sustain my life. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And if you want that, then I want that for you. And I'm not going to give you the illusion that it's easy, because it's, it takes work, but I am going to tell you that it's possible. And I want to tell you as much as I can that would be helpful for you on that journey. So click the subscribe button, leave me a comment below. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a beautiful day. Cheers.